Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone watching is doing well. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves. If you are looking for a personal reading, my babies, I have personal readings available in my description box. If they're out of stock, go ahead and message me on Etsy and I will set you guys up with something in the future. Today's pick a card, you guys, is going to be a pick a card on the predictions for love and relationships. Before I show you guys the piles, this is your reminder that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice, so take what resonates, leave what does not resonate behind. And keep in mind throughout the reading here and just throughout the internet in general, there's nuance to every conversation, you guys, and it's irrational to expect somebody to go over every single little nuance that there could possibly be with a particular subject. So please don't take anything personal. If you have different opinions, if you have a different perspective, you're valid. All right, that's fine. Nobody wants to argue that. There's nuance. Okay, here's the clip of the piles right now. All right, you guys, these are the three piles. We got group 1 with the angel aura quartz, the aqua angel aura quartz. We have group 2 with the sun, and then we have group number 3 with the sunstone, the blue sunstone. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to that right now. And if you would like to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so. All right, you guys have now picked your pile. Please go and check out my description box for 50 guys timestamps for when your reading will start. And with that, let's go and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, group number 1. How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and start off with the tarot. I'm sorry, guys. Interesting. This is a lot of tarot cards. Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice now. I took all the cards out because I wanted to see what was going on, and I also wanted to roll the dice, so we will do that. We have Scorpio and Sagittarius. Hello Scorpio, hello Sagittarius. Aquarius and Virgo. Hello Aquarius, hello Virgo. Taurus and Sagittarius. Hello. Let's do one more. Cancer. Hello. Okay. Ooh. La 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 la. Predictions for love and relationships. Group number 1. If you guys are in a relationship and you're in a happy, healthy relationship, perhaps this is not the reading for you. The reason I'm saying that is because the majority of the cards here seem like either somebody who's single or it seems like somebody who's in an unhappy relationship and needs to be single. We have the 8 of Swords here. Let me just bippity boppity boo the focus on the card. Okay, beautiful, perfect, lovely. So, like I just said, it feels to me like this is representing somebody who's either single little Susie Lou, or somebody who's in a relationship who's like, I don't like this person, and if this is like what life has to offer in regards to love, this ain't for me. This ain't the ride I'm trying to ride. So this is feeling trapped. This is feeling stuck. Either, again, you're feeling stuck being single, or you're feeling stuck in a relationship that's caca. So my suggestion for you guys is to understand that there is better out there for you, to understand that with this is a temporary situation. There is a way out, and it may not seem like there's a way out, but I pinky promise you that there is a way out. It just may not be available to you at this very moment, and it may not be something that you can see at this very moment, but I promise you there is a way out. This is feeling stuck, feeling trapped. There's also jealousy that's coming up here. So I don't know. Again, for those of you who are single, it's very possible that your attachment styles have prevented you from being in a healthy, happy relationship or have pushed people away. I'm not trying to blame you for that. I'm just stating what this card is representing. If you are in a relationship, it could be, again, that there's a lot of jealousy in this relationship. Regardless of if you want to be in it or not, it seems to me that this would be a relationship in which we feel rather territorial over, or we feel like I need to protect this, or I feel like there's a sense of toxicity in regards to the jealousy aspects of this relationship. So that is the 7 of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. This is single girly, single boy, single person energy, okay? The Queen of Swords, yes, she is somebody who appreciates people around her who have the ability to be honest, who have the ability to be forthcoming and truthful. However, she is not going to hesitate when it comes to being alone if it means that she's going to be in peace, okay? The Queen of Swords, I want you guys to look at her as the independent girl who's like, I love you. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but if I have to fight, I will, okay? Or if I have to push you away or cut you out of my life, I will. So when I see this showing up in a reading, you guys, essentially the message that I get for you is there's singleness on the horizon. For those of you who are single, being single is the best thing for you right now. For those of you who are in a relationship, I do feel like there is potential for you getting out of that relationship, a breakup, an ending. I don't like predicting breakups. I feel like it's very, who am I to tell someone that they should break up with their partner? But moving forward, we have the Ten of Swords, you guys. The Ten of Swords is a significant ending. This is pain. This is being uncomfortable. Okay, so again, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a healthy, happy relationship, I did instruct you earlier to dismiss yourself. If you are in a relationship in which you are unhappy and you've been unhappy for a while, it makes a whole lot of sense to me that this is here, because this is an ending. This is something that needs to come to an end. This is something that we don't perhaps necessarily expect, but this is an ending. If you are single, I would essentially see that as experiencing discomfort or pain, being sad that you are single. I had somebody the other day leave a comment that was essentially to the effect of like, only people in relationships say that being single is a blessing because it's lonely and it's this and it's that. I would like to rebuttal that with being in a relationship. Obviously, like, we are social creatures. Like, people want to be in relationships. People enjoy other connections with other humans. This is a duh. I am not saying that in being single or in going through a breakup that you should be happy that you're single, or you should be happy that you don't have a romantic partner. However, I have been in relationships that are abusive. I've been in relationships that I've been miserable in, and I can promise you it's a million times better to be single and to be alone than to be in a relationship with somebody who is not your person, than to be in a relationship with somebody who's abusive, than to be in a relationship with somebody who you cannot stand. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is an unhealthy relationship. And in that case, yes, being single is 100% better than being in an unhealthy relationship. So again, if you're in a healthy relationship, if you're happy with your partner, I don't think that this is your specific reading. So yeah, and if you are single, I want you to keep in mind that, okay, yes, you're single. Yes, you want to be in a relationship, or you're sad about being single. However, I can pinky promise you, you would be more unhappy. You would be more dissatisfied with your life if you were with somebody who's abusing you. You'd be more dissatisfied in your life if you were with somebody who you could not stand, who you were miserable with. I promise you that being single is better than either of those two situations. So that is what I'm trying to communicate when I'm saying being single is better than being with this, or it's better than being in a relationship. It's better than being in a garbage relationship, guys. Like, it just period point blank is. There's no way around that. So we've got the High Priestess here as well, okay? And the High Priestess is representing an energy, you guys, that is very much connected to the idea of wisdom, to the idea of obtaining knowledge and moving forward in a mature manner, moving forward with wisdom. This is also sacred spirituality, the occult, things like that. So I'm seeing this as you having clear vision. I'm seeing this for those of you who are single, your vision being cleared, your understanding of moving forward, having a clear understanding of what you need to do moving forward. For those of you who are in a relationship, I see this as the fog clearing, and we're no longer making excuses for bad behavior. We have the Fool. The Fool is freedom. Okay, so whether you are single or in a relationship, I really does not matter with the specific card. You are experiencing freedom. You are experiencing this new beginning, okay? And this new beginning could also involve another person. This new beginning could also involve dating and seeing new people and exploring your options. But this new beginning does not involve the toxicity of your previous relationship, and this new beginning does not involve you moving forward throughout your singleness going, woe is me. So you're either taking action towards meeting new people and putting yourself out there in a significant manner, or again, if you're in a relationship that's unhealthy and unhappy, you are saying, okay, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to spread my wings and see what else is out there. I also see you guys starting new, planting new seeds. So for those of you who are single, it's like this long cycle of feeling trapped, feeling lonely, feeling sad because you're lonely. Again, like trying to better yourself perhaps, and then finally getting to this place where it's like, okay, I'm ready to spread my wings and fly. You guys are planting seeds for your new beginning. You guys are planting seeds for this harvest. For those of you who are in a relationship and you are ready to end that relationship, I want you to know that this is not the end. Like, your labor did not go without notice. I almost feel like some of you are in relationships where you're like, well, I don't want to walk away now because I put so much work and effort in. I want you to know right now that your efforts are going to be more appreciated elsewhere, okay? And I feel like for those of you who are in those unhealthy unhappy relationships, taking your time and your energy and placing it somewhere else, placing it on someone else, putting it in a different garden, you're going to flourish and experience more happiness elsewhere. Okay. And again, for those of you who are single, the way that I'm seeing this, it's like you are finally deciding to spread your wings and fly and to start planting your seeds and take initiative in your love life. I really, really do think, you guys, like 80% of finding love, of getting in a relationship, is putting yourself in a position to meet new people, putting yourself in a position to like shoot your shot, however you find appropriate to do that. So, moving forward. We have Mercury retrograde. This is reinvention. So we are going back and reevaluating. For those of you who are in a relationship, I think it's so easy to get swept up by the good memories. I think it's so easy to get swept up by the good moments and to forget about the pain, to forget about the betrayal, to forget about the hurt. With this, we are revisiting things from our past and we are figuring out what we need to adjust. That is what Mercury retrograde reinvention is. We are reinventing. We are going back and we're saying, okay, I no longer want to deal with this. I need to make this adjustment, that adjustment, this needs to change, that needs to change. For those of you who are single, I want you to ask yourself, why am I single? What am I doing? Like, what can I do better? What can I change? And I'm not trying to say that it's your fault that you are still single. I'm not trying to say it's your fault that you're not in a relationship, but we literally have no control over how other people perceive us or what other people do. We only have control over ourselves. So I'm asking you to put the focus on you because that's all you have control over at the end of the day. And if you're doing the best that you can do, then moving forward, it's like, I know that I'm doing my best. So like, it is what it is, right? We have the 5th house of creativity, which this is also creativity, dating, passion, play, children. This is a really good sign. I do feel like for most of you, not all of you, because again, there are going to be people here who don't want to change or who don't want to go through this ending or who want to prolong the situation, and that's fine. But for most of you, I do see this as you putting yourself in a position where you are dating new people, where you are having fun, where you are exploring your options. I feel like you're opening up to new possibilities and you're opening up to being more creative with the way that you go about dating, with the way that you go about and pursue love and relationships, okay? Let me get a little... Ooh. We have, I'm sorry guys, that was so gross. We have social events. This is established contact, invitation, fellowship. For those of you who are single, this is your only way. This is your only way to get into a relationship. If you're not socializing, you're not meeting new people, you're not dating. We gotta socialize. And if you're an introvert bestie and you don't want to go out and socialize, I see you. I'm here with you, okay? Then you need to put yourself online. And if you're uncomfortable with that, you got to throw your hands up in the air and say you don't care, because at the end of the day, you either need to go out of the house or you need to go online. Those are your only options. We're not going to bring about a human out of thin air and just pop. They're not going to pop into our room. So make sure you are going outside. You are socializing with your friends. You are socializing with people. You're engaging in activity, or you're online. These are your only options. You don't have another option, bestie, okay? Establish contact, invitation, fellowship. Go out and socialize. For those of you who are single, and again, some of you who, or not those of you who are single, those of you who are in a relationship and you're scared and you're like, oh, I've been in this relationship for so long, I'm scared to be single again. The streets aren't for me. I feel it, okay? I do. But I promise you, I do believe that if you're unhappy, there's a reason you're unhappy. You're not unhappy for just no silly willy reason, okay? I promise you there's somebody out there who's better suited for you. And going out and socializing, you're never going to meet that person. You're never going to be able to experience anything different if you continue doing what you're doing. So the message to all of you is go outside, okay? Go have fun. Go socialize. We have banishment. This is severing ties, protection from further injury. Here's the thing. I feel like I want to share a personal story, but I'm also kind of scared. Okay, we're just going to go for it because I want you guys to understand like what this card exactly is meaning. Sometimes when we love somebody, when we care about somebody, we can overlook things that they do to hurt us. And it doesn't matter if it's big or if it's small. when somebody hurts you and you choose to move forward with it, I'm not saying that's always the wrong decision, because obviously I think forgiveness is important and people are imperfect. However, when somebody does something to deeply wound you, to deeply wound your trust, to deeply wound your faith in them and the relationship, oftentimes we can continue to try with that person, but eventually we are going to come back to the place in which that person is doing the same thing to us. Somebody who really, really loves you guys is not going to put themselves in a position to immensely wound you, all right? And I feel like sometimes when we are in love or when we care about somebody so deeply, we can have a tendency to want to forgive and forget and move forward and say they didn't mean it, they'll never do it again. But guys, like, I, again, speaking from personal experience, the nicest of guys that I have dated have wounded me the deepest, okay? And I wish so deeply that I would have walked away during times in which I realized, like, no, this person is against me. This person is not for me. This is not my person. And I wounded myself more by staying and trying to give that person another chance, by staying and not holding that person accountable for their actions, for their lies, for their BS. And this is important because somebody who hurts you is going to continue to hurt you. And I'm not talking about miscommunication. I'm not talking about somebody making a mistake. I'm not talking about somebody making a wrong decision. I'm talking about somebody intentionally going against you and hurting you. If somebody that you are in a relationship with is intentionally going against you and hurting you, they are going to do it again. I promise you they're going to do it again. Do not make excuses for this. Cut ties, okay, guys? And again, this is not to say that people don't make mistakes. 100% every single person you are ever in a relationship with is going to make a mistake. I think what's important to look at is the intentions behind what they were doing, and making your decision based on their intentions, making your decision based on, does this person love me? Does this person respect me? Was this person trying to protect me, or was this person intentionally going out of their way to lie and hurt me? We have a romantic night. This is an entanglement and a sexual encounter. Sure. Again, I'm seeing this as dating, guys. I'm seeing this as putting yourself back out there. For those of you who are single, it's like taking a stance and saying, oh, we're not doing this lonely girl life, this lonely boy life. We are putting ourselves out there in significant ways. We are socializing. We are engaging in more romantic nights. And for those of you who are in relationships, I obviously am seeing this relationship dissipate, and you going on dates and you putting yourself out there and you having fun and realizing, like, oh, this is what I was missing. Like, why did I stay for so long? We have passion. Try something you've never done before. And this is going for all of you, the singles, the girlies and the unhappy, the girlies and the boys in unhealthy, happy relationships. Do something you've never done before. Try something new. Okay? I feel like sometimes, obviously trying something new is scary, guys, but sometimes all you need is like that experience of doing something new to get yourself going, to get yourself in that new fresh energy, to get yourself in that new direction. Okay, we have a second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. Here's the thing. For some of you, again, you may want to work on this relationship, and that's fine. Again, I think it's up to the individual for you to determine, did this person hurt me, or am I unhappy in this relationship for reasons that can be worked through, or did this person hurt me, knowingly lied, and was like doing so with malicious intent? This is up to you guys. In my personal opinion, I'm going to stand by the banishment card and the severing ties, because I think when we give relationships a second chance, I think that we are just reheating old trauma, and it's like we're gonna eat the same dirt that we ate previously, and we're gonna hope that it tastes different, but it's not. But if that's what you guys need for your journey, that's what you need, and I don't want to discourage anybody from moving forward in that, because everybody needs closure in their own way. We also have divorce. This is experiencing a breakup. So I can totally understand how some of you may be going back and forth in your head of like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Like, I love this person, but they're hurting me. Baby, if they're hurting you now, what makes you think they're not going to hurt you later? Again, I think it's so incredibly important to look at intentions, because nobody's perfect. Everybody will make mistakes. Every single person that you are in a relationship with has the potential to hurt you. But I think it is so important when we look at intentions, when we look at what was this person's intentions. Were they trying to protect me, or were they trying to hurt me? Were they being malicious with their actions, with their words? I think these are all things we need to consider. If you feel this person lied on you, hurt you, betrayed you with malicious intent, there is no fixing that type of relationship. There is no salvaging that. And you can try, but it's going to come back around. There's going to be further injury. So for some of you, you're experiencing a breakup, and I don't think this is a breakup that's necessarily negative. I think that this is a breakup that I would see as very freeing. We have sexuality, and this says someone is still figuring themselves out. So for some of you, this could be a toxic relationship because you are trying to force yourself to be attracted to a person that you're not attracted to. And that doesn't have to necessarily do with our southern region. Maybe we are literally talking about LGBTQ matters and figuring that out, but it could just quite literally be I'm not attracted to this person mentally or physically anymore. And that is a really hard pill to swallow if you wake up one day and you look at your partner and you realize, this isn't what I want to do. This isn't what I thought it was. Some of you are dealing with that. Others of you who are single, this could be an encouragement that you need to figure yourself out in the intimate manner. This could be asking you to explore, and I'm not necessarily saying explore again with the LGBTQ. If that is something that you are feeling drawn to do, though, obviously, you need to explore that. You can't just be I don't feel this way. You feel how you feel. But I'm looking at this in a more broad way as well. Yes, LGBTQ plus, but also I'm seeing it as exploring your body, exploring what you like, exploring what you don't like, putting yourself out there. You don't know what you are attracted to. You don't know what you like until you are exploring. And again, there's nuance to that conversation. I'm trying my best to move the reading along, guys. We have communicate, compromise, forgive, and work it out. Okay, I can totally see that there are some people here who are going back and forth in this situation. Again, this is going to be up to you. Did this person act with malicious intent, or did this person have good intentions? Did this person mean well and just mess up? Was this person trying to protect you? I know for me personally, there have been people that I love very much who have done things that have hurt me deeply, but they were doing so with the intentions of trying to protect me or trying to safeguard my feelings. And although I don't appreciate the pain that these people have caused, I can be more understanding and more willing to move forward because it's your intentions were good. You weren't intentionally trying to hurt me. If anything, you were trying to protect me. You were trying to keep me safe. So with this, guys, communicate if there's something salvageable. If somebody hurts you with malicious intent, there's no salvaging that. Again, it's going to happen again. And when it does, I want you guys to remember this, walking away is not going to be as scary as you are envisioning it. It's scary in your head, but once you do it, it's not going to be as bad as you think. We have the divine feminine. This is yin feminine energy. The majority of my audience is women. I know this because of my analytics. So when I see this as us, again, being more so in our single girly era, living our best life, diving deeper and understanding ourselves on a more profound level. When I say connecting to our feminine energy, I mean connecting to yourself, connecting to who you are, what you are attracted to, what gets you excited, what turns you on, what turns you off, what you want in a partner, what you don't want in a partner. Understanding and learning yourself is what I think this card is talking about. And if you are a man watching this, I'm so sorry, that card's not for you, unless you are somebody who is a man who connects more to feminine energy. And in that case, same for you. But the masculine men, that card's not for you. I'm sorry. But this card is. We have nourished, and this says self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding, okay? Nourishing yourself deeply, okay? Nourishing your body, your mind, your heart, your soul. I think these are all things that are important. What are you listening to in regards to your music? Are you reading books? Are you intaking information that's useful, that's nourishing your mind? I honestly, you guys, I talk about this so much, and I feel like sometimes it falls upon deaf ears. But what you put into your body is so important. And I'm not talking about food. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to talk about food. And I know that's a sensitive subject for so many people. So I'm really not talking about that. But I mean what you are literally consuming. What are you putting on your skin? What are you watching with your eyeballs? What are you listening to? What are you inhaling, right? Like these things are so important when it comes to self-care and when it comes to taking care of yourself. So I see this again as taking time to focus on what's going on internally and how we are treating ourselves. We have obscurity, secrets, mystery, and concealing. So I do think for a lot of you who are the single girlies and the people who are in unhealthy relationships, I do think there's going to be something coming to the surface, something that you guys don't presently see. I don't know exactly what that is. For those of you in a relationship, I could see that potentially is you obtaining information that helps you make this decision in a more clear and concise way. We have inner peace. Obviously, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, it makes sense that there would be a breakup and you are experiencing more inner peace. For those of you who are single, I'm seeing this inner peace as, again, that self-nourishment and finding more peace within yourself during this time of being alone. We have maturity. That's very self-explanatory. All right, we have lessons of Pluto. Patterns of control, power, manipulation, and intense push and pull. Attraction, intimacy is not possessive. Intimacy is not possessive, okay? Attraction, push and pull. Intimacy is not possessive. I see this as addressing our own darkness, right? Addressing perhaps our patterns of control or manipulation or our addiction to intense push and pull of another person or of a particular behavior. I think I talked about this in a reading recently, but I think it's important for me to talk about again. I think as many people as possible need to hear this message. There is a tendency for people who have been in abusive situations, especially who grew up in abusive situations, to only want to accept or have a tendency to accept love that is toxic and view it as like, oh, this is familiar, this is like what I want, and to act more calm and content in an abusive relationship versus being in a healthy, happy relationship. There could be a tendency to be more fearful because it's like, okay, like what is going on? Why is this person being so kind to me? We don't recognize it as normal. And I think that it's important that if you are one of those people who grew up in a toxic household growing up, or if you had an abusive relationship, I think it's extremely important that you seek out therapy. And I'm not saying that to be like snooty or to be like, you need help. I'm saying that as somebody who has grown up in a toxic household. 100%, like accepting a healthy person into my life has been very difficult, has proven to be extremely challenging for myself. And I think that I have only been able to do that upon evaluating myself and like my shortcomings and the way that I attach to people. So I think that it's extremely important for those of you who may also be struggling with that to please seek out like help, because things can get better, and I want that for you if there's availability to do so. We have lessons of Neptune. This is denial, illusions, and deception of self or by another. Self-love, boundaries, and detachment are important. I'm seeing this again as singleness, guys, and spending perhaps the next 6 months on your own, going on dates, having fun, getting to know yourself, I think is so important. Denial and illusions, deception of self or by another. I'm seeing this as losing yourself in your relationship, or losing yourself in somebody else's idea of you. I want you guys to hear me when I say this. Your perspective of yourself or your understanding of yourself is the most valid. And the reason why is because you are the only person who has gone through all of your life experiences, okay? Your mom hasn't gone through all your life experiences, your sister hasn't gone through all your life experiences, your best friend hasn't gone through all. So you're the only person who has a clear understanding of every situation and circumstance and conversation that you have had to go through, every hurt, every time you had to sit there and cry by yourself, every time you felt abandoned. Like, you're the only person who understands that. So there are some of you here who are watching where I feel like somebody else's opinion of you or somebody else's treatment of you is making you second guess yourself, making you second guess who you are. And I want you to understand that people only perceive you the way that they perceive themselves. Like, you're only able to perceive somebody you're only capable of perceiving someone to the extent that you are able to like perceive things yourself. Like, your perception is based on your experiences. So if somebody's perceiving you in a negative light, that has very little to do with you and more so to do with them. Obviously, there's nuance to this conversation. I'm sure people like, I don't want to name any unalivers who are notorious, but like, there's nuance, right? Obviously that's not always the case, but I feel like specifically in personal romantic relationships, there can be a tendency, if your partner's like, you're a selfish person, you can be like, wait, am I selfish? Am I selfish because I want to spend time with them? Am I selfish because I expect A, B, and C? Am I selfish because I want better communicate? Like, am I? And I don't want you guys to question yourself, is essentially what I'm saying. And setting up boundaries is extremely important for this group. And self-love and detachment, I think, is also important. And I think it's important for this time period so that you can have more freedom. Okay, sure. I wish we could all have a nice little group hug, group number 1. I feel like this was a rough one, but I hope that this was helpful. Overall, the predictions that I'm seeing for you guys is, for those of you who are in a relationship that's toxic, stepping out of that relationship, dating, nourishing yourself, loving yourself, stepping into more of who it is that you are, remembering who it is that you are. For those of you who are single, same exact thing besides the breaking up with somebody. I see this as you guys stepping into more of who you are, understanding yourself on a deeper level, and putting yourself in a position where you are able to date, where you are socializing more. So that's what I have for you guys, my beautiful, beautiful babies. I love you so much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and that's all I got. So hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead and get the cards on the table. All right, this is a lot less tarot than the last group, but this seems relatively positive. Let me go ahead and roll. We've got Aquarius and Aries. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Aries. Leo and Aries. Hello, Leo. Hello, Aries. Taurus, just Taurus. Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. We also have Scorpio and Gemini in the cards. Taurus again, but okay, so first card we have here, you guys, is Death. So, a little heavy, a little intense. Death is representing a new beginning, though, okay? And because the other cards that have shown up here are showing up, I'm not inclined to believe that this is negative. I just feel like this is talking about something in regards to your love life that's starting fresh, starting new. If you are in a relationship, it could be that you guys are ending a really toxic cycle in the relationship, or you're ending a really difficult cycle in the relationship and you are starting new. For those of you who are single, I would see this as you entering into an era of brand newness with your single energy. So maybe you're choosing to go down different avenues. Maybe you're choosing to put yourself out there in more profound ways. Maybe you're deciding like, I'm fine. Like, I don't even want to date. Like, I'm totally good. But this is a new beginning. This is a fresh start. And we are taking, or we are putting an end to something that needs to end. Okay. So, and again, I am seeing that in a more positive light, because based on the other cards that are here, I'm inclined to believe this is positive. We have the 4 of Wands here, guys. Okay, this is 11-11 energy. This is also the energy of marriage and celebration. So some of you guys may be getting engaged. Okay, don't tell anybody. Don't ruin the surprise, but some of you guys may be getting engaged, which would indicate the ending of your boyfriend-girlfriend status and the beginning of your fiancé and fiancée status, or your husband and wife status. For others of you, this could be indicating you meeting somebody and being taken off the market, right? If you are single, being taken off the market. This could also just be an elevation of sorts in your romantic relationships, okay? Something that we would celebrate. Okay, here's the thing, guys. There may be a baby involved for some of you. The reason I'm saying this is because, again, the 4 of Wands indicates like we're celebrating this. We celebrate marriage. We celebrate when we get into a new relationship and we're like, oh, I'm so happy, I'm so in love, the honeymoon stage. And we celebrate when we, do the do and make a life. So that's exciting for some of you. We have the 6 of Swords as well. The 6 of Swords, my loves, this is talking about an energy of transformation and change. So again, for some of you, you're having a baby, like 100%, you're having a baby. For others of you, this is representing Again, change and transformation happening in your relationship. And based on the other cards that are here, I'm inclined to believe that this is positive. I'm inclined to believe that this is a positive change, a positive transformation. For some of you, that you are moving in with your partner, or you are making plans to move in with your partner. For those of you who are single, again, I see this as rapid developments taking place in your love life. To me, that would indicate meeting someone special, connecting with someone on a deep level, or getting into a relationship. We've got the Hierophant. This is, again, you guys connected to marriage. As you guys can see, I guess not here, but usually the Hierophant is showing up as a priest, okay? So for some of you, it's very much the energy of like having a priest, or having some type of, what is the word? What is the word I want to use for you guys? Having some type of religious figure to officiate a wedding. This is also like guidance. When we're talking about marriage, though, I don't necessarily read that as guidance. I read it more so as like, again, marriage, coming into union, perhaps having traditional relationship boundaries. For those of you who are looking for a relationship, I see this as a traditional relationship. Now, if you're poly and you are watching this and you're like, well, what about me? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing like a third party come in or a fourth party come in. Like, it seems to me this is a very traditional, like, we are in a relationship, that is what it is. Like, we have the Lovers here. The Lovers is talking about two soulmates coming together and joining in union. The way that I see this card, it's very much just a black and white. I'm in love. I'm coming together with my lover. We are smooching, living our best life, happily ever after. This also talks about choosing a path that's in alignment with your highest good. Guys, I'm just seeing this. If you're single, you're getting into a relationship, or you're meeting somebody who you want to build a future with. You're meeting someone who you can envision a long-term monogamous relationship with. If you are in a relationship, I see your relationship going through a transformation that would be considered positive. A baby, a proposal, a wedding, moving in together, elevating the relationship, pushing the relationship forward in a positive way. Now, I do have to point this out as well. It would be a ding-dong thing for me to pretend like there's not potential for there to be a breakup here for some of you. If you guys are breaking up, if you're in a partnership right now and this relationship dissipates, I want you to know that I do feel like very quickly are you going to meet someone who has potential to be the love of your life, someone who has the potential to be a long-term romantic partner. So there's that. We have Leo here. This is I will. Okay, so Leo energy is all eyes on me type of energy. This is the sun, right? And Leos, I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I actually love Leos so much. I think out of all the fire signs, like, I think Leo is my favorite. I love Aries, but like, I love Leos. Sagittarius, you're great too. We love Brittany. Anyways, Leo. All eyes on me, pay attention to me. It's seeming to me as if, again, for those of you in a relationship, there's really something big or significant happening. We're moving in together, we're getting engaged, we're getting married, we're finding out we're pregnant. For those of you who are single, I see this as you attracting this attention. So apply it either or, but if you are single, if you're in a relationship, you are attracting attention from other people in a positive way. We also have the second house of owning. Okay, again, for those of you who are in a relationship, if you're married currently and you're like, husband, wife, it's very possible you guys are buying a house. Maybe you guys are buying a second house. Maybe you guys are looking at making a move or buying assets that are going to accumulate in abundance over time. I was going to say prosperity, and I was like, that doesn't sound correct. Assets that may grow in their value over time, you guys. If you are single, the way that I would view this whole second house of owning, this is possessions. Now, in a relationship, you don't truly possess another person in a healthy relationship, but I would see this as, again, some type of, how do I say that? Some type of like, again, officiality, where it's like, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, we are in an official relationship. There's titles, okay? Titles. This could also, again, for those of you who are not married, not engaged, I see this as you moving in together. I see this as you guys elevating the relationship. Maybe you're even mixing or combining your finances together. This could be in a way where it's like, hold on. It could be like a phone bill. We're like getting on the same phone plan, or we are perhaps opening up a bank account together. I want you guys to be careful with that if we are combining finances. I'm not seeing anything negative. I'm just speaking as a human. Just be careful when you combine finances. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, I needed water. We have love at first sight. This is twin flame and mirror souls. So again, I'm not seeing anything particularly negative about this reading, guys. It seems all pretty positive to me. The way that I see this love at first sight, twin flame energy, it essentially is representing itself to me as a situation in which we are meeting someone if we're single, and we are having a very instant and intense connection. If you're in a relationship, I just see your relationship growing stronger. I just see your relationship improving, getting better as time goes on. There's not much for me to say about this other than the way that I see it is an intensifying of your love life, things progressing in a positive way. Okay. Again, for those of you who are in a bad relationship and you've been wanting to leave for a while, or you're recognizing that this is not your person, I want you to know that there is somebody out there who is better suited for you. Some of you need to hear that. I think it's a very select few of you. Most of you who pick this pile, you're in a healthy, happy relationship, or you are single and you are looking for a healthy, happy relationship. Either way, this all seems extremely positive. We have eager. This is immediate action. All right, so obviously the way that I would read this eager and immediate action is like things are progressing quickly. So, you know what? Hold on. Let's see if we can get a date. Can I get a date? Eager, immediate action. Can I get a date? I'm not going to read anything that's on a date, guys, okay? We have Berlin. We have a dating app. Great. I know I just had a 6-1. Standing out. Music. Large. Not yet. For some reason, like May seems significant. I need a date. Travel far. Okay. This could be a long distance situation. I want a date. Can I please get a date? Bushy brows, the 24th. Mature look. February. Boom. I knew I was going to get a date. I just was like, we have J as well. JJ. 25 years of age. Berlin, 6'1", traveling is involved. Bushy brows, mature look, standing out. Okay, but February 24th, guys. By February 24th, for some reason, I was feeling drawn to say January. I felt like it was the beginning of the year, but February 24th, I feel like is the deadline. Not literally the deadline. If this doesn't happen by February 24th, I don't want you guys to freak out. However, I do feel like for the vast majority of you who picked this pile, by February 24th, you are having this elevation in your relationship, or you're finding out you're pregnant, or you're getting engaged, you're getting married, you're moving in together, you're meeting this person, things are developing by February 24th. So keep that date in mind, okay, guys? Perhaps keep the other things in mind as well. I know I went over them quickly, but they are not necessarily relevant to this message today. We have a new love or a recommitment to love is developing 100%. Group number 2. I see this again as those of you who are single, falling in love. Those of you who are in a relationship, this is a recommitment to love. It makes sense to me that this is showing up when we have like all this energy of marriage, all this energy of like the future holding so much brightness and progression. We have friendship. This friendship is leading to more. So by February 24th, for those of you who are single, you could be not necessarily in a relationship, but you could have made a new friend, a friend in which you are attracted to, a friend in which you see potential for a future with. So when I see this show up, this is telling me that there is a foundation of friendship in this relationship that we are going to be engaging in. For those of you who are in a relationship already, or you're engaged or you're married, obviously I would see this as your relationship, perhaps the foundation of your friendship being strengthened. I think this is really the key to having a happy, healthy relationship, is to look at your partner genuinely as your friend. Not just your lover, not just your romantic partner, but also like your friend. Because like in reality, I feel like it's easy to look at our romantic partners in the light of like, I don't even want to get into this. Point is, you would never want to hurt your best friend. And if you look at your romantic partner as your best friend, if you look at your romantic partner as like, this is my best friend, like I love this person the way that I love my best friend, if not more, I feel like that is a beautiful foundation for a strong relationship. So we have moving. Okay, see, where did I say that? With the second house, right? In the Six of Swords. Second house and Six of Swords is confirming this. Moving, a change of residence, moving in with your partner. So you're either moving closer to your partner or you are moving in with your partner. Congratulations, group number 2. For those of you who are single, you two are moving closer together, and I don't mean a physical move. I mean energetically, physically, you guys are meeting, or you guys are like physically closer to each other. So there's that. The relationship is moving forward. We have date night. Get ready to be wined and dined. I love that. Okay, congrats. Group number 2. Obviously, again, I think this is another key component to having a healthy, happy relationship, is to continue to date your partners, continue to try to woo and impress your partner. I feel like when we stop doing this, it's for a reason, and it's not a good reason. If you are wanting to maintain a healthy, happy relationship, even if it's hard, I do think that this is something that's necessary. You can be mad at that if you want to be mad at it. It is what it is. And for those of you who are single, the way that I view this, obviously, is you going on dates, being wined and dined. If he wanted to, he would, experiencing more of that type of energy. Which I stand by that 100%. I know people get mad, but duh, if he wanted to, he would. Like, if he's not, because he doesn't want to. I feel like, honestly, more people need to listen to that advice. I feel like that it would save people so much time and so much energy and so much like hurt and pain and fra la 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 la. We have new beginnings. This is try again, new direction, and starting over. Okay, so a new beginning, trying again, new direction. I see this again as us progressing our relationship in a new direction that would be considered more progressive, or moving forward. Again, for those of you who are single, this is like going at it again, trying again, starting over in a new relationship. We've got foundation. This is established, family, security. So again, some of you guys are like buying a house with your partner, you're moving in with your partner, or you're having a baby with your partner. You're joining a union. Obviously, I feel like when you marry somebody, you are saying like, this person is my family. Legally, this person's my family. So for those of you who are single and you are going to be starting to date somebody, I see this as you establishing a strong foundation in the relationship, which I already stated with the friendship card. We've got only you. This is devoted, attached, and crave. Devoted, attached, and crave. So this person is obviously devoted, attached, and craves you. I feel like this is the bare minimum, right? Like, duh, your romantic partner should be devoted to you. They should be attached. They should crave you. Like, that's literally like the bare minimum. So again, for those of you who are single, if you're not getting this, if they're not serving you with this, I am devoted to you, I desire you, you are the only person I want, then don't hold yourself back from dating other people, because the person who is meant for you is going to be all about you. They are going to be like, you are my person and you're the only person I want, and everybody else can just frick off. Okay. We have commitment. Boom. Okay. I feel like I've been saying this throughout the whole reading, guys. I'm so sorry if this is repetitive. This is just, it's honestly such a positive message, but it's such a black and white message. You guys are entering into a stage in your love life where there's more commitment, where there's deeper levels of attachment to one another. Those of you who are single, you're meeting somebody, you're having this attachment. We have the divine masculine. So I think it's like 95% or 90% of my audience is women. So it makes sense that divine masculine is here because I'm reading for the general. So it's either you're attracting this You're getting married to this. You're making a baby with this. Maybe you are this. If you are a girly who likes the girls, maybe we are... Oh my god, that was such an awful thought. I was gonna say maybe we are avoiding this, and then I felt bad. Anyways, point is, the divine masculine is playing a role in some way, shape, or form here. I don't necessarily think that card is relevant for this particular reading. Okay. We have true love, this connection. This is a divine connection. This is a divine connection. Love at first sight, true love. Group number 2 is just winning. We have sacred sexuality. It says this connection has a potential for sacred tantric alchemy. Sacred tantric alchemy. I wish this was not on YT. I wish I was capable of getting into this. Essentially, guys, when I see that card come up, I just feel like it is referencing an energy of like we are connected, body, soul, mind, and our physical intimacy is so amazing and so euphoric that it's deeper than just our flesh. So that is that, group number 2. Congrats. I feel like this is a really amazing pile. I'm excited for you. Overall, the predictions I have for you is you are building a stronger foundation with your current partner. You're elevating your relationship. You guys are moving in a really positive and committed, loving direction. For those of you who are single, there's change and transformation happening in your love life. I do think there's a new beginning with love, and I think that this is going to start off as a friendship. It's going to start off really slow and then develop into something that has a lot of potential, okay? For those of you who are single, I want to make it clear, I'm not saying that this next person who's coming into your life is going to be someone that you're getting married to, that you're having babies with, that you're moving in with, but I do think that there is positive progressions happening in your love life. For everybody who's in a relationship though, I see this positive progression being quite literally like we are getting married, having a baby, or moving in together. So that is what I got for you guys. Love you the most. Hope you have a great, cute little day. And that's all I got. Bye. Hello to my final group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. If you're looking for a personal reading, my lovelies, I have that in the description box. If they're out of stock, just message me. I'll set you up with something in the future. Let's go ahead, you guys, and start with the tarot. Predictions for love and relationships for group 3. Okay. I'm going to do the dice. This is not negative. I feel like my facial expression may look negative. I'm sorry, guys. It's not negative. I'm just processing. Sorry, that was loud. We have Sagittarius and Capricorn. Hello, Sagittarius. Hello, Capricorn. Virgo and Libra. Scorpio and Libra. Pisces. Hello. All right, guys. We also have Aquarius here. So, howdy do to everybody. Howdy do to everybody who is showing up. First card. The Ace of Wands. So here's the thing. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, this is fresh. This is new. So expect sprouts in your love life, okay? Expect new blossomings. Expect spring in your love life in one way, shape, or form. Now, if you have yet to go through your fall or your winter, expect the fall and the winter to come prior to your spring. But for those of you who have gone through a fall or winter, and I am speaking literally about seasons, guys. I mean, not literally about seasons, but I'm using seasons as an analogy to explain your love life. If you have not gone through the shedding of the leaves and the cold of the winter, do not expect your spring. You will be going through your fall and your winter prior to experiencing your spring. But this is spring-like energy in your love life. New, fresh, blossoming, fertile growth. We also have an overflow of emotion because we do have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, group number 3, is essentially talking about emotions overflowing, experiencing a lot of emotional intensity, emotional depths. So obviously for you guys, group 3, the way that I'm interpreting this, it's like expect emotional intensity or expect emotional things to be coming up in your love life, which makes sense. Love is emotional. I'm sorry. I feel like I just realized my arm is infected. Anyways, moving forward. We have the sun. The sun is representing success, happiness, radiance. Since we're talking about your love life, I just see this as you experiencing more intentional, loving moments in your love life. I could also see this 100% as you guys just experiencing more love in general, right? Experiencing more success in your love life, experiencing more happiness when it comes to your love life. That is how I would see the sun card, okay? We also have the moon. The moon's talking about secrets being revealed, the darkness coming to light, things coming to the surface. Now, that's how I would interpret it, you guys, if it was like one or the other coming up. But the fact that we have the sun and the moon, this is very clearly a single message situation here. Yin and yang. We have yin and yang. We have balance, okay? 100% what's happening for you guys, group 3, in your love life is balanced. You have your yin or your yang coming into your life, or this is confirmation for some of you that you are in that relationship with your yin or your yang, okay? So, love this. And honestly, again, like, we can look at these as separate cards. We can look at this as like the moon, secrets being revealed, things coming to the surface, the sun, success, happiness, radiance. I'm seeing this as one card. I'm seeing this as one energy. I'm seeing this as a combination of two opposites attracting, okay? We also have the star. And the star, you guys, this beautiful, beautiful card, this is representing success. This is representing a blessing, a new beginning, being stripped of the old and stepping into this new phase. Hope and faith for our future is what the star represents. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, you guys, this is slow moving action, okay? Slow moving action that's very intentional though. So the way that I see this, you guys are moving forward in your love life, but you're doing so slowly and intentionally. Also, this has a tendency to produce more long-term success because we are moving forward in a manner that's intentional, in a manner that is secure and stable. I want to say this, that's not to say that if you rush a situation that it's not going to be stable, but I do think that relationships that are rushed have a tendency to fall apart as quickly as they start. Again, that's not always the case. This is why I say in the beginning of my readings that there's nuance to every conversation, because I'm someone who wholeheartedly believes that you can meet your soulmate, you can meet the love of your life, fall in love, and get married like that week and be together for the rest of your life. Like, I fully think that that is possible, but when we're doing, again, a general reading, we have to speak in general, guys. I think that for most of you, this relationship or this connection is one that's developed slowly or will be developing slowly. And ultimately, that is bringing about more long-term positive results. Okay, I have a desire to pull more tarot cards for you, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Can I get confirmation? Balance, yin and yang, give and take, push and pull. That is what Temperance is. This is also Sagittarius. I'm sorry if I seem sad, guys. I just got done watching the news. And I'm watching this like before the eclipse. I don't know when this is coming out, but it's just sad. We have the King of Swords, okay? The King of Swords is representing a very pragmatic, very just like to the point, blah, blah, blah. I oftentimes, I'm not trying to throw shade at the King of Swords. I do appreciate him, but he gives me very like saltine cracker vibes, you know? He's very just bland and he's kind of dry and he's a little hard to swallow sometimes. And it's just like, King of Swords. Essentially, this could be describing the person that you are in a relationship with. Now, I'm gonna be honest. In a relationship, I prefer me a saltine cracker. I prefer me someone who's a little dry, who's a little mean, who's not the easiest to swallow. Okay, taking it too far. Anyways, King of Swords. Okay, someone who's blunt, someone who's abrasive. That's the energy of the King of Swords. What else? We've got the Hierophant. This is marriage. Again, this is like Taurus energy, slow moving energy. So again, guys, I do see whether you're single or in a relationship, I see there being balance in your love life, more success than not in your love life. I do think it's going to take time. So for the girlies who are tired of waiting, sorry. I feel like there's going to be a continuance of waiting, or a continuance of things perhaps progressing slowly. I want you to know though that this person is worth it. Your yin or your yang is worth waiting for. So things progressing slowly, like, I'm sorry. It's going to be worth it though, so be patient. Moving on to the oracles. We have the fire element of desire. So this would indicate passion. So for a lot of you, those of you who are single, especially, this could be you indulging in physical intimacy. For those of you who are in a relationship, maybe you and your partner are exploring and diversifying your activities. When I say that, guys, I don't mean diversifying in regards to bringing someone else into your relationship. I don't think that that's necessarily healthy. Do what you want. If it's healthy for you and your partner, love that. If you like it, I love it. I think for the vast majority of people, that's not healthy. So when I'm saying diversify, I'm just meaning getting a little freaky. All right. However you feel comfortable getting freaky. Desire, fire element, love it. Okay. Passion. Again, if you're single, I would see this as you exploring your passions, or perhaps indulging in more passion. This doesn't necessarily have to be like penetration or anything like that. It could be more innocent passions, unless you want to like go full blown, then have fun, be safe, be careful, take care of yourself and your health. We have Scorpio. This is transform. All right. So when I see Scorpio energy, there's change, there's transformation. I'm gonna be real honest, guys. I'm just getting the vibe. I'm catching the whiff that for a lot of you, this whole process is painfully slow moving, And some of you, you've gone through your fall, you've gone through your winter, you're ready for your spring. It's giving me very Game of Thrones, like winter's going to be long, babe. Like winter's going to be long. This transformation is going to be grueling. By the time we get done with it, we're like, I'm so tired of all of this. I do think that the transformation, the winter is going to be worth it. Some of you are on the other side of this already, and you are with this person and you are excited for things to progress, or you again are just looking for confirmation that you have indeed met the yin or the yang to your yin, the yin to your yang. You guys hear what I'm saying? Again, I'm just getting balance, and for those of you single, I'm getting a lot of like waiting, things moving slowly. We have oath to the moon, vows of love, marriage. This isn't literally say marriage, but like oath to the moon, vows of love, that's marriage. This could also be like a hand fasting ceremony. I'm not so sure how many of you watching are interested in a hand fasting ceremony. For me personally, like I would love that, but then also like legally we need to sign some documents because like taxes. But oath to the moon, vows of love, amazing, beautiful. This is marriage. This is, I'm professing my love for you. I am oathing my heart and my soul to you for this lifetime. Love that the most. All right, guys, we've literally got rings. This is symbol of love, union, and soul connection. Here's the thing. How old are you? Group number 3. That is my question. If you are a youngin', if you are on the younger side, I want you to look at this as your future. I want you to look at this as you are going through your 20s, your early 20s, your mid 20s. I want you guys to keep in mind that like this person is on the way. I don't think this person is coming into your life right this very second, and I'm so sorry to tell you that. If you are older and you're tired of waiting, I'm so sorry, but this wait has been worth it. I don't necessarily want to tell you that they're on their way or that they're super close, because I'm not necessarily picking up on that. For those of you who are in a relationship though, I feel like for most of you who are in a relationship, you know this is your person and you're looking for confirmation that this is your person. It's very possible you guys are going to be getting engaged, getting married, making things more official. And I'm obviously saying that because we have the rings and we have the oath to the moon. And it may not be, for some of you, you may not feel the need to get the government involved in your relationship, and that's fine if that's the life you want to live. But I do see some type of like vows being exchanged, whether privately or again in front of an audience or in a courtroom. We've got solitude. This is calm down, listen to your inner voice, reduce anxiety. Okay, so again, guys, some of you are in your winter, and that's okay. That is still beautiful. It is still amazing. Okay, I know sometimes being lonely can feel sad, and it could feel depressing, and it could feel like, oh my gosh, when is it going to be my turn? I want you to know that there is a reason for every season. You may not see it now, but I promise you one day you'll be able to look back and be like, okay, I see the reason as to why I was not in a relationship at that point in my life, or I see the reason as to why this, and that. Like, things make more sense as time moves on, and you just have to trust that, guys. Okay, I see this again as most of you experiencing your winter. So calm down, listen to your inner voice, reduce anxiety. Everything's going to be okay. And again, I want you guys to know that the promise of spring is still here. Like, we have spring here. We have oaths to the moon. We have the vows of love. We have rings. There's definitely love on the horizon for this group, but I also feel like this feels like a group that is stuck in like sap, okay? There feels like there is a slow progression. It feels like everything's very slow. It feels like we're stuck in like honey, and we're trying to like swim through a canal of honey, and we're like, oh my god, I feel like I'm moving nowhere. Once we get out though, again, there's this spring, there's this overflow of emotion, there's this yin and yang. You are my perfect match. This feels like such a balanced connection. Okay, we have abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. So for some of you, like, your love life is affected by your abundance, but also this could be representing like you being in love with what you do and creating stability and abundance for yourself. That is also very possible. I can also see this though as you guys doing the inner work, right? Like, you guys doing the inner work on yourself in order to create the outcome that you want. And people say this all the time. They're like, oh, if you want to attract a partner with all these amazing qualities, you need to make sure that you have these qualities yourself. And it's so true. It's so true. And I know people don't want to hear it, and I get it, but it's like, it's facts. If you are wanting to create love in your life, if you're wanting to attract a particular kind of a partner, you need to first be that person yourself, okay? Abundance. Love that the most for you guys. We've got go slow. It says take time to get to know each other. I'm sorry, group 3. I know people are so tired of waiting. There's so many people who are watching this who are like, I don't want to wait, and I hate this message, and I hear you. I feel like when I was like 21, 22, I got a tarot reading where someone was like, you're not going to meet the love of your life until you're in your late 20s. And I was like, you freaking little slore. How dare you say this about me? I was so angry. I was so annoyed. I was like, I rebuke all of that nonsense. And you know what? She was right. So... and I'm not mad about it now. Looking back, I feel like that was obviously the best decision for my soul, to embark on the journey of not being in love for the majority of my 20s. And then to get to where I am now, like, the winter was worth it. My winter was worth it. So I'm gonna tell you guys this, the winter's worth it. To get to the spring, it's always worth it. So it's okay if things are going slow. It's okay if you feel like things are lacking progression. For some of you, you've been in a relationship and you feel like the process of this relationship isn't progressing as fast as you want to. I have a bit of trouble saying that it's okay to go slow in that instance. Yes, I do think that in the beginning of a relationship, obviously it's important to get to know each other. It's important to, fully indulge in trying to learn about the person that you are with. I don't think anybody should rush into marriage. However, there is a certain point where I think it's like, you're wasting my time, sir. And that point is up to you. For me, I feel like if somebody does not make it super clear to me that they see a future with me, they want to marry me, they want to build a life with me, if they don't make that clear within 6 months of the relationship, baby, I'm out. Like, I'm not waiting that long. You guys, and I'm talking about once you're already in the relationship, once we've already established that we love each other, once we've already established that we want to be together. If you don't know how you feel about me and you in the future, yeah, we're done. We're toodalooing, okay? Because we don't got time. We have stability here, and this says this relationship can stand the test of time. So ultimately, like, I think this is what you guys are working towards. I think this is what you guys desire, is a relationship that has the ability to stand the test of time. A relationship that has the ability to have longevity. And unfortunately, sometimes that takes time. Sometimes that takes you growing up and maturing, okay? So again, for those of you who are on the younger side, who are single, who are watching this, I want you to know that it's okay to be single. It's okay to date. It's okay to not have serious relationships. It's okay to fall in love and fall out of love. It's okay to go through all these experiences. And I want you to know that ultimately, like, when you get to this place of maturity, when you get to this place of understanding and feeling whole within yourself, you will meet this person and it will feel like spring. It will feel like a completely new beginning, and there will be stability in this relationship. For some of you, again, who are already in a relationship, you are just looking for confirmation that this is a stable relationship, that this is the person you want to marry, especially for those of you where you've been single for a long time and then you met someone and you fell in love and you're like, oh my God, like, I think this is the one, but like, I'm scared because this has never happened to me before. I've never felt this feeling. I want you to know that it's okay. Your feelings are valid, and I do believe this person is your person. We have one day. It says someday, somewhere, another time. All right, group number 3. So, you know what? I think one of the most beautiful things about not being in love, or the most beautiful thing about being single, is knowing that like one day you're going to meet someone and you're going to fall in love with them. And the falling in love process, you guys, is so like magical. Like, I genuinely think it's pure freaking magic. You get to experience that. If you're single, you get to fall in love. You get to fall in love again. Like, that is so freaking exciting. And I know, again, like, maybe you're sad right now because you don't have that person yet. And I get it. I swear on my life, I get it. But please hear me when I say this is exciting. Like, it's exciting to wake up and be like, oh my God, like, one day I'm going to meet someone and I'm going to fall in love with them. Like, that's exciting. So I don't know. I'm happy for you guys at group number 3. We have chemistry as well. This is attraction, spark, and passion. Attraction, spark, and passion. So the way that I would interpret this card for you guys, group 3, essentially, I see this as having an intense attraction, sparks, connection, right? And I think for some of you, yes, this could be indicating the relationship with this person who is your opposite, this person who is your other half. However, I think this is also talking about indulging in chemistry, indulging in passion, indulging in fun. You don't need to take every relationship so seriously right away. And it's okay, again, if it takes time to develop. It's okay if it takes time to grow a relationship or to find the right person. We have honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. Some of you guys, again, if you are already in a relationship, I think that you were just looking for confirmation that this person is your person. Here we go, honeymoon phase. Marriage may be on the way, a proposal may be on the way. Open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Some of you are closed off. Some of you want love, but you are in reality closed off to love. And this is something I can relate to. I feel like my entire life I've wanted nothing but to be in love and to feel like I have met my soulmate and to experience that deep, passionate love. But at the same time, like, my heart was not open to love for ever. So you have to have an open heart. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to get hurt, you guys. To be in love is to be vulnerable enough to where you can get hurt. You have the ability to get hurt. And if you constantly walk around with this idea of like, I have to protect myself, you're never going to get to experience love. I oftentimes, when I hear, and I'm not trying to like be political, guys, but when I hear these red pillars talk about women and how like, oh, you should, I'm like, you guys are so scared. You're so terrified of falling in love. You're so terrified of giving somebody your heart, and it's so sad because it's, I don't want to say it's cowardice, but it's definitely not brave, right? It's definitely not brave to put yourself in a vulnerable position, or to not put yourself in a vulnerable position, to intentionally avoid opening up, to intentionally avoid giving yourself fully to somebody. That's scary. And it's a little, it's a little cowardice if you are intentionally trying to skirt around that. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, we have dating. So ultimately for you guys, group 3, this is dating. This is having fun. This is like, experiencing new experiences, getting to know yourself, getting to know other people. For those of you who are in a relationship, obviously, I think this is an important part to a healthy relationship, is to continue to date your partner, to continue to try to impress your partner, To keep the romance alive, you cannot look at this person as just every other, like you have to, there has to be romance. There has to be an energy of I'm putting forth effort. I'm trying to impress you. I'm trying to show up for this relationship in the best way that I possibly can. And I know, again, a lot of people want to be like, well, someone should just love me for me. Of course, someone should just love you for you. But at the same time, this is your romantic partner. You should have a desire to want to show up as the best version of yourself for your romantic partner. So, dating. We have intimacy as well. And I've said this so many times with this card. Intimacy is not just physical. It's emotional. It's mental. It's spiritual. Okay. So again, for those of you who are tired of waiting, I want you to know that this person is not going to just provide you with intimacy on a physical level. It's going to be on all levels. It's going to be intense, and it's going to be something that cannot be replaceable. For those of you in a relationship, again, this is just confirmation that this person is your person. All right. Here we go. Last few cards, we have Take a Chance, and it says you can't grow in your comfort zone. Stepping into the unknown is trusting the universe. Go for it. And like I said, like the people who walk around with this idea of like, I need multiple women or I need multiple men in order to feel satisfied, because like you can't trust people or you can't this, you can't that. Like you are robbing yourself of experiencing. You're robbing yourself from experiencing love that is on a deeper level. When you spread yourself out thin, when you are horcruxing yourself off to a bunch of people, like you're in some way, you are avoiding all the risk that comes with love, right? You're avoiding getting hurt fully. Your heart is not going to be completely open and completely vulnerable. That's literally, honestly, you guys, exactly how I see this. If we do not take a chance with love, if we do not open ourselves to the idea of like, I could get hurt through doing this, we are quite literally horcruxing ourselves, horcruxing our heart in a way that we don't get to fully experience love. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say horcrux, it's a Harry Potter reference. You can Google it. I don't got the time to explain, but take a chance, okay? Throw yourself fully into this relationship for those of you who are in a relationship, and know that like in loving someone, it's a part of being vulnerable, and opening yourself up to pain is a part of being in love. And again, for those of you who are single, I look at this as like you needing to take a chance when it comes to love. And again, being patient, because when this does come into your life, there may be some fear, there may be some hesitancy. And I think that it's important that you guys take time to get to know yourselves prior to this taking place. Last card, we have New Beginnings, and it says let go, change, time to move forward, risks and opportunities. Love is always a risk, guys, okay? Falling in love is always a risk. Getting married is always a risk, okay? Having a baby with somebody is always a risk, and we have to accept that it is what it is. And if we want to experience all the good things that come with this, we have to also be open to the possibility of this not working out or things not going the way that we envisioned them to go. And I think it's important to let go. I think it's important to accept that things are going to change. It literally says time to move forward. So for you guys, group number 3, the message for you is what is happening in your love life. We are moving forward in love. And for those of you who are in a relationship, again, I'm just seeing this as confirmation that this person is your person. For those of you who are single, I see this as you needing to hear that it's okay to wait. It's okay if you're in your winter right now, because spring is coming. When this love does come into your life, you need to be prepared to take a risk. You need to be prepared to jump, okay? Because love is scary. Opening yourself up to somebody is scary. It requires vulnerability. It requires consistency and work. And it's not something that is ever a 100% guarantee. So enjoy your singleness. Enjoy the solitude. Embrace it while you can. Take care of yourself, build yourself up, create a strong root for yourself. And then when this person comes into your life, taking that risk is not going to be so scary. So that is what I've got for you guys, group number 3. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you today. I love you guys so much. I hope that this was helpful. I'm sending you so much love, so many hugs, so many kisses. Please stay safe, you guys. And that is all I got.